This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the River Toads and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, Coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the River Toads offense will have the football first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. The River Toads will call on their punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Owls offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Eli Morcos looking to lead this team to a win in the opener. On 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Running to the left. And they're able to get him down. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Got a man. It's Robinson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He'll take it himself. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. Slips a tackle and he's got room. They'll get him on the ground at the 46 and it'll be a 1st down. And now the River Toads peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Here's the pressure. And they got him.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quick release by the QB. There's a little room there. To the house. Touchdown, River Toads!
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown there.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know...
Turning it on! And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Right back to the well. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of room to the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Owls. Lining up to add another. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The River Toads will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. It's on target and complete. Gets away from one, finds some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. The run inside. It's McClure. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The lone back's got it. Maybe some room here. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Owls trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. On the move. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On the move. They'll stop him short of the first down. It brings up fourth, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now the River Toads line up to punt it away. On his way from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Behind the chains now on second and long. On the run, it's McClure. Makes it past the marker. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, Florida Atlantic's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he says this all the time, but the team that holds on to the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fakes to grab. Snags it and he's open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll start this drive going to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Got a little space. There's some room. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Pressure coming. Looking long. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. River Toads will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running it to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the beatdown has ensued. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. Got enough for the first. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, River Toads!
Number 27 with the catch.
And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Number 94 set to kick this one away.
Bringing it back. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Sends it back in motion. Find some fresh air. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the stomping has commenced. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the away team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Looking downfield on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Hunt. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Complete. Open space at the 25. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense.
Intercepted to stop the threat. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
It's complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Swings it out to the flat. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw it again. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. He wants to throw it again. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be fourth down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And now the River Toads come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Clark. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at second and 11. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. Finding some room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it in the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now it's 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays.
Touchdown out! And the route is on.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Fires to the middle. Got a man. It's Clark. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Got his man. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely.